So I'm doing these tasting episodes to help you make your buying decisions more easily. And I've been drinking wines for a half century. And I've been collecting wines and in the wine business for over 4 decades. So hopefully all my past experiences will help you make better buying decisions. This episode, we're going to examine 6 great wines that I have tasted recently, which has excited my palate and does not drain my wallet. And most of these wines are about $25. There are 2 exceptions. There's the Mayacamas Merlot, which is around $50, $60. And there's the Villa Sabrina Gavi, which is around $15. All the rest of the wines are around $25, $20. And I've had these wines recently, and some of these wines really excited me. So hopefully I could spread that to you, and you can really find these wines in the market and try them, and hopefully they're going to excite your palate like they did mine. The first wine today is the Mayacamas Merlot. Now, a couple of episodes ago, I picked Mayacamas Cabernet Sauvignon as one of the 5 great first growths in California. And if you have a chance, you can just go to our link and you can see the information about Mayacamas Cabernet being one of the 5 great growths in California. But the Merlot, the story behind the Merlot is California does not make good Merlot. There's maybe 4 or 5 California wineries that I think make high quality Merlot. Palmyre, Mayacamas. I think the Ridge Peroni is very good too, and Pride also makes a very good Merlot. Outside of that, very few make a very good Merlot. And Mayacamas was sold about close to 10 years ago, and Philip Cotturi, famous wine grower and expert in the vineyards, tore out old vines, updated the vineyards, planted new clones, and he paid special attention to the Merlot grape. And Mayacamas wants to produce a very serious Merlot. Now, if you remember, and Merlot is not popular anymore, since the movie 2004 Sideways, where Sideways really put a dagger in Merlot's heart. In the movie, Paul Giamatti had a part in it where he said, "I'm not drinking any effing Merlot."
And if they want to drink Merlot, we're drinking Merlot.
Oh, no, if anybody orders Merlot, I'm leaving. I am not drinking any fucking Merlot!
Okay, relax.
And the sales after that movie, they just tanked over the next 5 or 10 years. And now there's many reasons for that, but Merlot is not a factor anymore. They've started ripping out Merlot grapes and planting Sauvignon Blanc, which is popular. So this may be one of the dying breeds. So what I find with this wine is very, very elegant, has plum-like fruit, and it has complexity to it, and is very, very well made. And it's a beautiful wine of elegance and understatement, and it has great length, and which is rare in California for Merlot. So if you have a chance and you really are curious about California Merlot, this is excellent. The next exciting wine that I find should belong on most people's tables is the Villa Sabrina Gavi 2021. Now, I have mentioned this wine before. This vintage is just as fresh, just as clean, very floral, white flowers, a little hint of peach in it, and it's so light and refreshing and easy to drink and it's only $15. It's not as exciting as some of these other wines I'm going to talk about, but it's just so refreshing and so easy to drink. And this is a wine you really enjoy. The next wine is a Catena wine, and I'm really starting to think that Catena makes outstanding wines. They're a huge winery in Argentina, and lately I've been trying a lot of Argentine wines, and I'm very, very impressed. The last wine we're going to have today is an Argentine wine, and I've been trying a lot. And with Catena, this is a Malbec from the La Consulta vineyard, which is high up around 3,000 feet in the Andes. And this wine, when I had it, I decanted it, and the nose of the wine was incredible. And it just filled the room, and the taste was like crushed violets and intense, some boysenberry in it, very elegant, and a beautiful, beautiful nose of those crushed violet. And the length of the wine was long, and each glass that I had of it improved. And it knocked my socks off. And that's rare, and it's a $20 wine. And it's a beautiful wine. It's elegant, it's succulent, great texture, not heavy, and a beautiful wine. And this is a wine, if you can find this, try it. I think it's outstanding. The next wine is a Spanish wine. Las Rocas Viña Vin, from Spain, 2017, and it's Grenache grape, which is the Grenache grape in French. The thing that surprised me about this wine, and it's so damn elegant, it reminded me of Burgundy. And sometimes Grenache is big, jammy, and everything. This is so elegant, so refined, and beautifully stated. The texture is nice, and it's just so fine in its texture. And I was shocked by this wine. And this is something, if you want to try something that's very different than the other wines you have from Spain, very elegant, very Burgundy. The next wine is another Catena wine. Now, I've had about 3 or 4 bottles of this wine in the last month, so that has to say something. I very rarely do that. But this is a Chardonnay high-altitude wine from 2020 vintage from Catena. And the vineyards are 2,500 feet, 3,000 feet. And tasting this wine, this is a moderate weight wine. Granny Smith apples, a little spice, a little lemon oil. It reminds me of a Macon Village or a Puy-Foussé from Macon. It's round, it's rich without being heavy, really delicious. And I polished the bottle off, one glass after another. Really, for $20, outstanding Chardonnay. Try to find something from California, Chardonnay that tastes like that. I don't know if you can. So give that a try. So the last wine is a wine I have no experience with before, is the Piatelli Grand Reserva Malbec from a single vineyard, the Caffiate Vineyard. And let's taste this wine. Now, I've had this wine before, And I was really impressed with it, but I like to go back and check a second time just to make sure I wasn't having such a great day and I liked everything that day. Sometimes I go back a week or two later, I try a wine and I go, it's not that good. So that's why I'm doing this. You can see the color. The color is very purple, deep red without being black. It's red fruits. Check the nose. Boy, what a beautiful nose. Boysenberry nose. Crushed boysenberry, some cranberries. And it has a sweetness to it of the boysenberries. Let's get a taste. That is delicious. Coat your palate, great texture. And without being heavy, without being overripe, just delicious. And it's expansive in your mouth. Coats all levels of your mouth. Let's do one more. That nose is beautiful. And Malbec, I'm learning more and more about Malbec. In Bordeaux, it's a blending grape, but in Argentina, Malbec is to what Cabernet Sauvignon is to Napa Valley and the left bank of Bordeaux. That's what Malbec is. And I've had a few. We had the Catina, which is utterly delicious, and this one is so round and rich without being heavy. One more taste. Rich fruit, nice texture, round, delicious. These wines today, I really want you to go out and try to find these wines. And some of these wines really excited me, and hopefully they'll excite you too.